Tak, dobrý podvečer. Dneska to byla makačka v práci. Závul. Dáme si kofolu. Dáš si fofolu? Fofolu originál. Tak jo. Co já jsem to tady? Jo, už vím. Jak jsme na tom se stimulantama? Já jsem chtěl zkusit na tu služebnou, že si napícháme nějaké ty stimulanty. A? Takže si píchneme sílu, obratnost. Tak.
Yes? Very well. I think you are ready for the next tier of instruction. For this we will keep the etiquette of the last duel, but we shall add any melee weapon you choose to the ritual, with the exception of the Jedi weapon, the saber. Vibroblade, Bothan stun stick, force pike, whatever you wish. But no items, no force techniques. Then let us begin. And again, do not
Let
hold
us
back.
begin.
I will not.
No. Kola jakoukoliv zbraň na blízko, ne? Oj, to nám dalo na prdel. No tak. No tak, to teda nevyšlo. No, na ňu nemáme, ty.
You fought well, but you announce your motions before attacking, sometimes quite loudly. Take as long as you need to recover, and if you wish, we shall fight again.
Tak, to nám nevyšlo. A co my jsme to měli na sobě? Tady. Určitě jsme měli tohle. Jo, já si to asi ještě loadnu. Jo. No, ještě ho takhle dáme, protože máme prostě málo do síly, no. A už máme letět do pryč, tyjo. Co už? Vezmeme si tuhle. Tuhle. Divně. Mhm. Doufám, že to teď neseseru.
About time you showed up. Mandalore ordered me to report here and escort you wherever you need to go on Duxon. Follow me then.
Pojďme za Mandalorem.
Are you ready to go to ISIS yet?
Pojďme.
I'm going to talk with Zuka and have him start a shuttle flight check. After that, we'll head out. How are the port stabilizers?
They check out Mandalore, all systems are green.
Good. I want the shuttle bound for Onderon within the hour. What do you want?
Is all in readiness?
It is. Like I promised. Why? You want to back out now?
My only concerns are for the one you escort to Onderon, Mandalorian. Would you do any less for one of your clan?
Don't pretend to understand us. We Mandalorians are a breed apart.
If by apart you mean scattered, broken, and lost, then yes, you are correct.
Not for long. Soon the Mandalorians will be strong again, united as one clan under one banner. Mine.
Ah, yes. The Great Crusade, after the first one was ended by Revan and the Jedi. Such a defeat was merciful, an echo of the end, when your ships were in flames, crushed in the grip of Malachor V. But I do not need to remind you of such things.
I was at Malachor V, and I remember how many Jedi died to stop us there. And no matter how many dead orbit that planet, the Mandalorians still live. Clan Ordo still lives. See Kex there? He was serving on Nar Shaddai's muscle for the Hutts. Kelborn was a scout for the Duros on Frontier Worlds. I brought them here, gave them a purpose. This galaxy will be ours again, I promise you. That is the future.
Indeed. The future is always in motion. It is a difficult thing to see. Perhaps there will be no New Age Mandalore, no great Mandalorian crusade. Perhaps your people fought their last battle at Malachor V, and you have been dying ever since, a quiet death that will last centuries. And perhaps all that remains will be what I see before me. A man wounded by a Jedi, encased in a Mandalorian shell, hunted by the thought of being the last of the Mandalorians.
You've got some guts talking to me like that. You think your age or your Jedi whelp are going to keep you safe from me?
No, Mandalore, you are wrong. I hope that it is you who will keep the one I travel with safe. You are loyal, and you have served many masters, even when they abandoned you. Do you wonder where he wanders now, Mandalore? Why he gave you your orders, then abandoned you at the edge of the galaxy?
How do you know that?
Je to Kanderus, je
And
to
I can
jasné.
answer the question that burns within your shell, Mandalore. But there is a price. You must keep the one I travel with safe. He is important to me, more important than anything. Show the same loyalty you have shown in the past, Mandalore. If there is a Mandalorian crusade, let it be for something that will carry your people's memory into the future. So when the time comes when there are no more Mandalorians, then at least their honor will remain. The one I travel with has walked your same path, and I ask that when the end comes, that you remember that kinship, even if it seems there is nothing else left.
Forget the Jedi. Keep your eyes on her.
1, 2, 3.
Mandalorians, we've got company. Stealth targets have breached our perimeter.
Wait a moment. I sense there is a disturbance in the camp. Our enemy has tracked us here. I did not expect them so soon. How did they get here, I wonder? Regardless, we must eliminate them all. None of them can escape. Our whereabouts must remain a secret. Let us join the battle. Our allies will need our help.
Jo, nemůžu. A jo, chceme. Pojď, zavři na ně, tak, ještě jednou. Tak jo. Pomalit, uřvat. Trošku se to tady pozbíráme. Oni na nás počkají. No, všechno, jo. Nemilé Emile.
You didn't think you were the only ones with stealth generators, did you? For Mandalore!
Procpu přes tu tlačenici. Všichni jsou příliš zaneprázdnění.
Ready to head back to your ship?
Ale tady ještě nějaké máme. Zapomeňte. Žádné rozmrzání nebude. Jsem něco řekl, ne? Ale tady se nám objevily další, no tak pojďme. Asi se nám to trošku rozbilo. No, je to rozbitý. Je to rozbitý, sakra. Co neukázalo, už se to spravilo. Zase. nic, kašlu na to je prostě rozbitý. Co jsme si tak dali? No, tak a teď je to rozhodnutí. Pojedeme teda single nebo dual? Asi to rozjedeme na dvojitý. Doufám, že nebudu toho rozhodnutí litovat. Vissas. Tak. Co nám doporučíte? Ať to používá. SAV. Si když tak můžu vrátit před to. Nesmysl, ale... $16 080. Že by se nám to rozbilo až takovým způsobem. Jo, moment, já bych měl ještě v tom případě... Jestli se to tady bude furt tak spavnit, tak jako co? Už tam zas. Stačilo, ne? Co si tam? Tyhle, co se stalo? Já to nemůžu, ty vole, vypínat tu hru. Zas tady. Služebná se ztratila. Tyhle je zase další tady, to už není možný. To je, já to budu muset restartovat tu hru, ale tak skolabuje. Nebo že by mě to nechtělo pustit, a než se dostanu na nějaký level, to se mi nezdá. Že by to nebyly levné expy, jako, ale... Je to rozbitý. To zkusím nahrát odsáď. vystřelit? Ne, 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 ne. Nefunguje to. Já se jenom podívám, ve které fázi budeme tady.
About time you showed up. Follow me then.
Zkusíme ještě jednou teda. Je zase ty, jo.
Are you ready to go? I'm going to talk with Zuka and have him start a shuttle flight check. After that, we'll head out. How are the port stabilizers?
They check out Mandalore. All systems are green.
Good. I want the shuttle bound for Onderon within the hour. What do you want?
Is all in red.
It is.
My only concern,
Don't pretend to...
if by a
Not...
Ah.
I... See...
in perhaps and do you
To už jsme si jednou přečetli, poslechli.
1, 2, 3. Mandalorians, we've got company. Stealth targets have breached our perimeter.
Wait a moment. I sense there is a disturbance in the camp. Our enemy has tracked us here. I did not expect them so soon. How did they get here, I wonder? Regardless, we must eliminate them all. None of them can escape. Our whereabouts must remain a secret. Let us join the battle. Our allies will need our help.
tak jo, tady. Za tohle zdí je to asi dobrý.
You didn't think you were the only ones with stealth generators, did you?
Over here. There are more of them.
For Mandalore!
Trouble follows you on a regular basis. I think it's best for both of us if we head to ISIS immediately. Grab your gear. My men will take care of cleaning up the mess.
No, vezmeme sebou tady. Ty dvě. Dobré, prošlo to. Doufám, že se to teďka při té videosekvenci nesesede. Čistě teoreticky by nemuselo.
Vaklu's saying that the Republic ship attacked first? That's madness!
Unfortunately, lie or not, it's a madness people will believe.
The timing of this is atrocious. A space battle above our skies, so many of our fighters lost?
Curiously, only Tobin's men were involved in that battle.
That shooter!
Strong word, Your Majesty, but there is no good time for news like this. I recommend we continue with our plan.
But won't that bring even more followers to Vaklu's side? Increasing his power?
For a time, perhaps. But we both know he's not the true threat. It's his unseen support from the shadows that we must drag out into the light. Then, and only then, can we strike.
I fear by then it will be too late.
No tak a teď držte palce. Dobře, ještě jedno video.
Here we are, the city of ISIS. It's been shut down tight for months now. General Vaklu is close to declaring martial law. We won't be able to travel too far in the city. Fortunately, I have a friend in this quarter of the city. He's a doctor by the name of Dagon Gent. His office is on the other side of the market square. It might be best if you do the talking around here. The Onderonians have a mixed view of Mandalorians after we conquered their world.
Dobrý, vyšlo to. Vyšlo to, jsem rád. Tak. No tak něco mu do těch demolicí dáme. Určitě mu dáme na 2 zbraně. dalším kole. Přidáme mu odbornost na zbraně na blízko. Co tu pro tebe máme? Něco lepšího.
It's been a while since you've docked here, eh? I suppose the lockdown has hurt your profits as well. Oh, it must be hard to shuttle people when nobody's allowed to leave. The blockade has been bad for everyone. Your manifest says it's been 2 months since you last came here. It's become much worse since your last trip. Military checkpoints are everywhere. Could be. Our space forces have been in full readiness ever since the space battle in orbit. Tensions are running high. All Republic vessels must be searched, and the delays are turning pilots grey before their time. And ever since the Republic fired on our space forces, things have been even slower. Bad days. Bad days. And things are getting worse. I'd get out of the system quickly if I were your friend. Well, doesn't look like you have any trade goods, so the inspection's just a formality. Here's your starport visa. Don't lose it. They're priceless right now. If you want to leave the planet, you need a starport visa. They're very hard to get. Many people want to get out of here before things get worse. There's strict food and water rationing, and General Vaclu's troops have been very thorough in finding Republic dissidents. Bombing's very common. If you want... Certainly. Mind what I said about the starport visa. I know one captain already who can't get back into the starport.
Tak jo.
That space battler's caused hell with our schedules. Our quotas for shipments are
Blah,
going to be late
blah,
again.
blah, 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 blah.
General Vaclu was an underground resistance leader during the Mandalorian...
Mocné zbraně, jo. Něco jako mighty weapons. Jenom jestli nekecá. No jo, ale taky ta cenovka, tyjo, 18 000 kreditů, Lešk. Tak, co bychom měli na prodej? nějaké prachy máme. A tak koupíme to. Cože? Plus 4, obratnost minus 2. 10-3, ale nemá postih k obratnosti. Tak na to kašlu. Stačilo. Si necháme zatím takhle. Ještě jsem se chtěl podívat. Paláce, jasně, vízum. Tři, 4.
Fair winds to you, off-worlder. Is it too much to hope that you are a Talosian merchant?
Nejsem.
These beasts you see here are for delivery to Telos, but the Republic vessels that transport them have to wait for thorough and needlessly long searches. So the city is stacked with caged beasts waiting for their ships. We have stopped gathering beasts now, but they still fill the city. For Drexel and Ryder, the Ithorians brought wealth and prosperity. Our settlements prospered, but now they have been kept in their cages for a long time. But yet at times, I feel as if something else is affecting them. Frightening them. Perhaps it is the city itself. ISIS has fallen upon dark times, and tensions run high in the streets. I am a beast rider. I have flown great distances gathering the animals you see here. We keep hoping that Ithorians or Talosians get through the Space Force's searches so that we can sell them. Our people have been here for centuries, though we were not always one with the wilds of Onderon. In ancient times, our people were criminals, prisoners who were cast out of Izes and sentenced to die by the beasts in the wilds. But our ancestors learned how to survive and even tame the mighty beasts. They became our strength and companions. We fought endlessly with Izes for resources and survival. But 2 generations ago, an Izes princess named Gallia and a great beast rider hero, Oron Kira, married. They united our peoples. But now things are unraveling. Even the beasts can smell it in the air. Many beast riders have fallen to the city ways, and some are now no more than common thugs. Queen Talia and her cousin General Vaklu argue in open councils. The beasts stir from the changes in the wind, and cannot be calmed, and we beast riders find it harder to enter the city each day. No one is to leave the city without the starport visas. It chokes passage in and out of Izes. Telos was attacked by Darth Malak in the Jedi Civil War. The surface was completely destroyed. The Ithorians have been searching for appropriate wildlife to create a new Telos, but their merchants are stalled by the blockade.
Hlídej si ty zvířátka.
Calm.
Be calm.
Run!
Žádné
The
Salomona
bomber
nebude.
is out of control!
Už máme tady ten zvířátkový mind trick. No, zavři ho zpátky do place, na co čekáš?
I don't know what to say. I have heard stories, but I assumed that they were fledgling riders, or simply tales that grow in the telling. Not since my first Drexel have I lost control of a beast. I apologize profusely. Here, I give you these credits for the danger I put you in. The beasts grow more agitated by the day. The stories say that the smoldering fires of city politics cast a smoke they can smell and breathe. They revert to their primal instincts. As you've just seen, when they get that way, not even a skilled beast rider can control them. As soon as I leave here, I will talk with my family. There is much to be discussed. Please keep them. It salves the shame my beast's behavior has brought me.
500 kreditů, co to je? Když mám 28 000. Tak. Každý kredit dobrý, kredity budou stačit.
Halt, off-worlder.
My nejsme ti, které hledáte.
Before you go into the city. What is your business on Izes? Why not? I can see you have no crates or cargo, and your ship is obviously not affiliated with the Republic. You're free to go. Don't lose your starport visa, otherwise you won't be leaving for a long while.
I'm Captain Galisi, Offworlder. If you want to pass here, I'll need to see your starport visa.
Let's hurry this up. I want him escorted out of here quickly.
This is outrageous. I'm not a spy. I'm a journalist for Izes Com.
You're a Republic spy, and your propaganda will be silenced. We are taking you back to our barracks for
Ale
interrogation.
že by to byl
Well, you can't be serious.
dezinformátor.
You accuse me of propaganda? I have proof that Vaklu is withholding information on the so-called Republic.
One more word of treason out of you. What are you looking at? This is none of your business.
Please, sir, help me. Vaklu's troops won't listen. I'm just a journalist, not a spy.
A warrant? General Vaklu passed an edict giving the military broad authority to detain and question anyone suspected of treasonous activity. It was specifically meant for us to pick up spies like this before they could leave ISIS or go underground. That is classified military information. I don't have time to answer your barbed questions, off-worlder. Men, let him go. We'll be back with a court order. Then we'll take him to the barracks. And you should watch yourself. You don't want to be known for siding with people like him.
I don't know how to thank you. I'm getting out of ISIS now. Eventually they'll come back for me. After that, I have a feeling no one will hear from me again. Thank you.
Please, Captain, help me. My children and I are desperate to get off of Onderon. Do you have an open starport visa? My husband was killed by General Vaklu's troops. Our home was seized, and we were cast out. We have seen many wars on ISIS, and I know war is coming. I want to spare my children from bloodshed. I've told you our story. Please, won't you help us? My husband, he was part of the ISIS Council. He was a strong supporter of the Queen and the Republic. His views weren't always popular. Over time, he became convinced that Vaklu was trying to kill Queen Talia. He tried to kill Vaklu. To protect the Queen. The conspiracy was discovered, and he was shot during the arrest. What he did was wrong, and our life has been so difficult since then. I just want to get off this planet and start a new life. Please, help us. No one else will.
You have the look of someone used to adversity. A cut above the rabble around here. I have a business proposition for you. Everyone around here begs and pleads night and day for open starport visas. Very touching how well they act out their lies. Or truths. It doesn't matter, really. What does matter is credits. Hard currency. I offer you 2,000 credits if you find an open starport visa. You won't find a better deal. Ask someone who cares about that. ISIS has suffered for many years. The strongest of us are accustomed to it now. Does it matter? Truly matter? No. I have no sad story. I just know people who will pay a great deal for an open starport visa. The credits are your share of my profits. The visas are very rare, but I have a feeling you may come across one.
Všude samé věže.
In the Council of Lords today, Lord Dashiell recommended a special commendation for Colonel Tobin due to his brilliant command of our armada in the skies above Onderon. Without him, Lord Dashiell said, the Republic attack would surely have done more damage. Tobin is one of ISIS's greatest heroes and deserves recognition.
Propaganda, že by.
Welcome to what must be the smelliest place in the universe, Offworlder. How can I assist you? These are troubled times. You've probably heard that General Vaklu and Queen Talia are having some disagreements. I've been warned from command to keep my opinions to myself on that. So I've learned my lesson. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Ask around, though. There are plenty of people who'd like nothing more than to talk about it. Times are too complex for a simple soldier like myself. Sometimes I made the mistake of answering questions honestly. If you say anything bad about a superior officer, they call that disrespecting the rank. Do that too many times and it's not long before you're a civilian. The politics of the day is probably the most talked about subject in the city, and everyone wants to share their particular view of what's going on. Opinions are like Gisco around here. They breed like mad. Gladly. This is a topic I'd much rather avoid. Ithorians have been buying them to help rebuild Telos. I don't know why, but ever since they started, the Beast Riders have been crawling out of the woodworks to sell them animals. But the Republic blockade has meant long delays, and because of that, beast cages are filling up the streets of Iziz.
That's an air defense tower. The city's filled with them. Iziz is an ancient city, and for many generations, our main enemy was the Beast Riders that lived outside the city.
Towers like these were built to protect us against Drexel and their Beast Riders. A Drexel is a flying beast. Huge creatures with teeth the size of your arms. Lethal, and skin like ferrosteel plates. Somehow the Beast Riders figured out how to tame them years ago. About 50 years ago, Princess Gallia married one of the great leaders of the Beast Riders, Orin Kira. That was right at the start of the Beast Wars. By the end of it, Gallia was crowned queen, and finally there was peace between our people. It's hard to put aside centuries of conflict. There's an uneasiness between our people. The Beast Riders are upset that General Vaklu has forbidden Drexel in Iziz. Citizens usually only see the fallen Beast Riders, who know better than thugs. That's a long story. You sure you have the time? Most people don't care for an old soldier spinning a tale or two.
No. Nevím. Ale jo, máme dost času.
Someone else who likes history, huh? All right. Iziz was formed pretty much at the dawn of our civilization. It was born out of necessity. It protected us from the dangerous beasts that litter Onderon. This city is as old as our civilization. Most of our technology was invented to fortify these walls and protect us. For ages, our worst criminals were cast out of the city to an almost certain death. It wasn't completely certain, though. Some of the criminals figured out how to survive out there. They learned how to tame the native beasts. And it wasn't long before they turned their attention to Iziz. Certainly, things are quiet right now. I have some time. What do you want to talk about? Stay out of trouble.
No jistě. Jak jinak?
Please tell me you're an off-worlder. You came from the spaceport, right? But this is good news. You have a starport visa, right? I can only sell my best weapons if you have that. These soldiers ensure that I don't forget these formalities.
Watch it, Keg. The captain already has enough complaints about you.
No need to be alarmed, my foreign friend. Pay the soldier no heed. Pretend he isn't here. Large variety of weapons. My stock is very good. You might want to buy some before the general decides he needs more blasters. Then weapon merchants like myself have the honor of providing them to him at a substantial discount, even below what it costs us. We do it happily, or else.
Or else what, Keg?
Or else we are very unhappy at not being able to do our part. General Vaklu is concerned about well-armed insurgents. They've had to get arms from somewhere. Not from me, of course, but all sales of weapons have been severely restricted. I can only sell to off-worlders like you that have the proper clearance. And now off-worlders can't come here because of the blockade and searches, but it's a wise policy. Of course, soldiers are only doing their job. Even if it puts me out of business, I am happy. Even if I'm forced to live off scraps in the street, I am so happy to do my part. Long live General Vaclo. Oh, everything's great here. We're all very happy. So very happy.
Very happy. Tak, to bychom měli. Co je to tady za shromáždění?
There must come a time when the Queen bows to the will of the people. The Republic has brought nothing but war and death. In our 50 years of flying their colors, we have had more war than the past millennia. Back General Vaclo in his effort to make her see reason. We do not need the Republic. They need our resources, our world, and our blood. For all that we have given, now we get nothing. The Republic is weak and falling apart. Its Jedi, whose fallen brethren have brought such misery to us, have disbanded. Let's be the first world to take our future into our hands. Are you with me? No, they take from us. They are like Minox, sucking energy and resources from so many worlds. They bleed us for their bureaucracy and their excesses.
That's enough, Ponlar. If you keep this up, you're going to spend time in detention. You're coming awfully close to treason.
You can't silence me forever, soldier. But I'll keep my peace. For now.
These are dangerous times. People like Ponlar aren't making it any easier.
If I speak more right now, the soldiers will arrest me. Perhaps they...
Rahab Salater. Můžeme s tím něco udělat? Tak ne.
I'm quite busy right now. Perhaps later we could talk.
Kawana bota ayuka taigwa kankidora. Yasora ku tuka ulwanji yumalithba. Shanek ma winbok lelenko sobaramwe.
Dahupa bosa urata go jujuto yoki. Hiata yamba wajiaki yukito tune. Kavadumpa munsuru kupla liyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yaitua ulwanji yuma.
Mogachi norta hirembe wanachik, kaki mogo grabo, drum pabana karas mangra, kalalava dumba compaile mokata.
Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita, ta bosananansata.
Kawana bota ayuka taigwa kankidora. Yasora ku tuka ulwanji yumalithba. Shanek ma winbok lelenko sobaramwe.
Kavadumpa munsuru kuplaliyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yaitua ulwanji yuma. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita, ta bosananansata.
Fereki mangradu noko herete, jun sombo marampino su clela sobuto. Cristocho intissime soto.
Tarachomo sincho cavavolpa muligi kumanaminta barawamba michedos. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita, ta bosananansata.
Ondalal no saka, drum pabanakaras mangra. Kawana bota ayuka taigwa kankidora. Yasora ku tuka ulwanji yumalithba. Shanek ma winbok lelenko sobaramwe.
Variki, mangra, do cha skrini do pat. Slime non quahirite.
Ale, chlapče.
Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita, ta bosananansata.
Dawancha mori konsova. Mawani dinchori kitsodu sobarenwa. Dorchine sobawata.
Unta chiwita inka kikraya na chawanga kone.
Kawana bota ayuka taigwa kankidora. Yasora ku tuka ulwanji yumalithba. Shanek ma winbok lelenko sobaramwe.
Dahupa bosa kurata go jujuto yoke. Hiata yamba wajiaki yukito tune.
To byla debata.
The sky ramp is restricted to military personnel only. Stay clear of here, Offworlder. The sky ramp leads to the battlements, and this particular ramp leads straight to the palace itself. No civilians are allowed past this point. I'm the one in charge here, Offworlder. If you try to get past me, then you'll have the entire ISIS garrison on you in seconds. I am Captain Bastuco. I have served loyally in the Onderon military for 20 years.
20 years would mean you were here during the Mandalorian Wars, right?
I was a soldier when the Mandalorians took our world, and I fought in the Resistance. When we drove them from Onderon, I served on the Wall for 10 years after.
You mean after the Jedi drove the Mandalorians from Onderon? The Mandalorians never gave ground to any Onderon soldier.
Such of you could be considered treason. Onderon was responsible for much of the fighting during the last days of the war. Without General Vaklu, the Republic would have fallen. The Wall is the barrier between ISIS and the Onderon wilderness. For hundreds of years, we kept the city free of beasts and beast rider scum. The greatest honor for an officer is to serve on the Wall. Many aspire to the post, but few are worthy of it. I was requested to guard the sky ramp in the merchant quarter. My personal feelings on the matter are irrelevant. I received an order, and I carried it out. General Vaklu is my superior officer, and I respect the chain of command. He kept the Resistance alive when the Mandalorians were destroying our world.
Tinacara, Graracha, Ganowiso, Totorando Kani, Tarando Noshmi Wanahoto, Ragichi Sa, Donasinto Norokipa Shakani, Ragichi Sa, Donasinto Norokipa Shakani, Dakosha, Nichotolo, Punta Chakorso Waman, Gotashjuna Rananashani, Visitisa Cholo, Jumkarantaka, Chonobograwe, Tatiya Bahasan-chan, Honka Kili-kun.
Nemyslím si. To bychom měli. Ale tam je nějaká kaluž červená.
A lot of credits to be made around here lately, if you have the right skills.
Jo, a jaké skills by to měly být? Dobrý den, dobrý den. Jenom procházíme kolem.
I am 1B8D, an automated droid vendor. I have in stock a variety of quality droid components, no refunds, and no haggling. Do you have any interest in my goods? Certainly. 1B8D is programmed to answer many basic questions from prospective buyers. What do you want to know? That information is restricted. Do you have any interest in my goods? Reinitializing complete. Greetings. Do you have any interest in my goods? 1B8D was built and programmed by Tolos the Trader. 1B8D was built to buy droid components for below base cost value and sell components based on most favorable market conditions. Do you have any interest in my goods? Greetings, Master. Do you have... That goes against my primary behavior programming. All items must be sold based on the most favorable market conditions. 1B8D cannot haggle. This is also a part of my primary behavior matrix. Market conditions all set to 0. All prices now set to base cost value.
Žádná změna. Dobře, něco jsme přikupili teda.
This is Dagon Gent's place. He's not the best doctor you'll ever meet, but he's well connected in this city. Doesn't look like he's here right now, though.
You looking for Dagon? You're not gonna find him here. A soldier captain was murdered at the cantina real good. They got some suspects at the tower. From what I hear, Dagon Gent is one of them. It's the turret tower on the other side of the market. Captain Riken is the man to talk to. If you talk to him, tell him I got his 20 credits.
Hello there. To je asi mrtvola.
Heard of any good finds?
Asi ani ne.
A lot of credits to be made around here lately, if you have the right skills.
Žádná mrtvola nebude.
Donos emeragith, wanarakora ci drumta sa inchobin sasha, dosimana rochata. Dawacho sinu poendo rakawa, ichi rendumo mopa ramakawana abawasi. You kroren wan mapusiti indolara. Bo mababe want to susintu mukarata. Tu esfrektonatada ber mabar chokto. Torenibu inturata sisi me burokra. In wamagro, me rangana noluta. Bo mababe want to susintu mukarata. Tu esfrektonatada ber mabar chokto. Torenibu inturata sisi me burokra. Febko emareyam ga watasitu insula rakarakachata. Tamaso kinchuda wanka. Mopi una wana si chukoratawa. Bo mababe want to susintu mukarata. Tu esfrektonatada ber mabar chokto. Torenibu inturata sisi me burokra. Bo mababe want to susintu mukarata. Tu esfrektonatada ber mabar chokto. Torenibu inturata sisi me burokra. Febko emareyam ga watasitu insula rakarakachata. Tamaso kinchuda wanka. Mopi una wana si chukoratawa. Donos emaragith. Wana rakora chi drumka sa inchobin sasha. Dosimana rochata.
Malampro tarawantika sa samcha para guatasha contiata maumbrata tiwas. Ta come tak, blaia justing, miki gongo beaste. Kun grabi la king no mulara kichi kuta grasa kisha. Chone mulera, ton king ba no jansaka nikaraska. Tancha nik de mawimbo kranta mi bilan. Kavadumpa munsuru kupla liyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yaitua ulwan jiuma. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita ta bosananansata. Dahupa go sakurata go jujuto yoke. Hiata yamba wajiake yukito tune.
This room is reserved, off-worlder. I suggest you leave the room, off-worlder. I've got all the fans I need right here, so go space yourself.
There's got to be something you need, something you want. I have connections, many connections in the city. I can provide high-quality, unique weapons that you won't be able to find elsewhere. I even have a rare lightsaber crystal, something you'd never find elsewhere. If you need money, I'll pay you 5,000 credits. All I ask is get me one open starport visa. Many Jedi have fought on this world. One of them lost their lightsaber in the Beast Wars. A reliable source says it's a rare, quick-zony crystal. Incredibly rare and valuable.
I've heard of those. Old stories from an earlier age. They come from a dead world. The crystals caught the last rays of a dying sun. Rare indeed, and powerful.
I see that's grabbed your interest, eh? There's only one way you're going to get it. One open starport visa. No visa, no crystal. Don't worry what I'll do with a visa. Maybe I'll just take a vacation. Maybe I just want to visit my mother on Nar Shaddaa. Decent citizens like you really don't want to know what I'm going to do with it. You won't find a better deal anywhere on I.
I thought it was you. I served in the Mandalorian Wars with you. You're a Jedi, right? I was one of the ground troops. We fought on Daggery Minor together. It was near the beginning of the war. We didn't win that battle. Enough of the past. The whole galaxy isn't safe for Jedi now, especially here. Onderon has suffered through 3 wars started by fallen Jedi. Do you still serve the Republic? That's the first good news I've had in months. I was sent by the Republic Senate to investigate certain delicate matters that are happening on Onderon. It's worse than we feared. I have to get to Coruscant to deliver my report. But days before I was planning to leave, they started requiring starport visas. I really can't say. The most I will say is stay clear of General Vaklu. His ambition knows no bounds. I believe the people of Isis are absolutely correct. A civil war is brewing, and Vaklu may very well win if I can't get to Coruscant in time. My mission requires the most extreme caution and delicacy. I don't want to risk going through channels to get a visa. General Vaklu is not above arranging an accident for me. I'm taking a great risk talking to you, but I'm running out of options. Thank you for the tip. The journey to Coruscant would be more costly and attract more attention, but there are many freighters bound for Telos. Thank you, but this is a personal starport visa. It is keyed to you and you alone. I appreciate your gesture, but I need an open starport visa. Those are transferable and work for anyone. Helping me is not without its risks. I know you have Jedi training, so you can probably handle it, but I may be being watched. If that would compromise your mission, perhaps we should go our separate ways.
Nice to meet you, Sentient. Are you interested in a friendly game of Pazak? The deck is warm, the drink is plentiful, and the company amiable. Can I tempt you?
Purnacha ni sopa maranga do risa vota. Kawana met. Sucha tola bache kamantuch. Furtek choka. Dochi no mozrunta. Ragichi-sa? Kavadumpe masuraku popayi botenya tachimorota kamsa. Javaskobo sabjo. Rijiso karvenokso. Mochito sasa grindeyo. Krech, mizoto minaka de sama krema krach vituto. Vakaraze zon mama. Potakam chi bintano. Vereka chocha
Asi
herema.
těžko můžeš mít trvalý mír, vole, když galaxie válčí. No.
Jun sobe me rapa. No kuma randisa makchiksa. Kucha bak tong kinka mata kata. Chopa wanga kun not kat yutka kes. The hupo botenya go jucho picha. When taba ni sochu. Norotoga proto lala shishi. Jubadosa jibacha. Ratak mansan. Tokosha na chitolo. Kavadumpe masuraku popayi botenya tachimorota kamsa. Javaskobo sabjo. Rijiso karvenokso. Mochito sasa grindeyo.
Tawini malre. Una bola quechua wantungatong. Krachi kusa kunta. John Sobom. Mogachi, Norta, Imbrewe Sotamice, Pratanga no me vide tota rochawana chique. Rishunko, Jova, Ninja Chimba, Taxitre. We don't sagrate, Rotota de Jalawara Kunsazoto, Chubatonekin, Kuriko Asotoye, Ringe Free, tu.
Nic výbušného na dráze, what?
Pasa sushowi, kanaina doka ches. Karan. Lutanas. Tutami siki luta.
Halo, halo. halo, tamhle ta vzadu byla drzá. Dobře.
Krotono ranga manatandi groto. Nunchka wana sicho ranaba. Tanto todos tumukarata. Me ranga naroto. Minsukre masukun ratungala. Me rontono junsara ka roto. Minsukun rakawata.
Dobře, dobře. Dobře, dobře. Jak se Zak sakra ovládá? Jo, takhle, aha. Snad to zvládnem znova, no. Dobře, vložíme. Tak. Sakra. Sakra, skočil jsem prostě. No já. Ale nebudu vyhazovat kredity oknem. To by šlo. No jo. Bla, 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 bla. Vyhráli jsme ho. Tak co, holčičko?
Oronos marana, potaga, juvulki kokola Gigi. Do verenicha, jonona shitasa chuch.
Nope. Co? Machře. Bla 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 bla.
Hoshmanfu ni wado ni kuta masapa. Tong hitwamaji. Yumaliba to atong into tune. Dokini kamarin zuni inash di John Blau and so mas. Tong abaw shan.
Dobrá, takže...
Tonoranga manakan, ipo tono. Loka kamaran endoso ran with no chabi. Duran in Wamagro. Mayor.
Welcome back. My foul business, that is. Like most nights, I was here. What do you want to talk about? Know him. He's probably my best friend on this planet. Honestly, he's not a very good doctor, but he is a great drinking companion. I'd much rather talk about something else. Focusing on the negative is no way for a gambler to live.
Well done.
Good to see you again. What do you want to know? Dagon Gent didn't do it. Because he was with me at the time. It's quite simple. Right now, he's accused of murder. If he's convicted, the sentence is death. If he's accused of espionage, let's say assisting a Republic spy, then the penalty for that is death. I'm afraid the Onderonians are quite fond of their death penalty. So if I stood up for him, he'd be trading one death sentence for another. I was with Dagon in his office at the time of the murder. He definitely wasn't involved with her murder. We were taking great pains not to be seen, which has a certain irony to it, really. If you can free him, please do. He's been invaluable with his help to the Republic. I only wish there was something I could do to help him.
Assuming we get Dagon free, we're going to have a few private words about this. Together, we fought against the Republic during the Mandalorian Wars.
I don't particularly like the idea that he's working for them now.
Do you have a visa yet?
I really can't be any help with that. I might have been in the same detention cell that night that Dagon's in now. The soldiers were asking me some entertaining questions that night. I've got no idea what was going on. Let's just say I'm one of their usual suspects. Sort of comes with the territory. That's all I'm going to say.
You can't be the one that fought all those bounty hunters.
This room is reserved, Off-World. I suggest you leave. This room is If you ask me, she got what she deserved. She looked down on us beast riders. Good riddance. I know his face, that's about it. His office is on Bekel's turf. She's a beast rider like me and our leader. You better never be speaking ill of her, or else.
Tu nice mangia yuma lorda wata no sa kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura tayaita ta bosananansata Chone murlera tonkinge ba no jansaka nikaraska tancha mungachi norta imbrei wanachike drumba bambwa konti-chan munka kavadumba kawana bota yunta tanga ki mungachi norta imbrei wanachike
Další troubové.
Wisommogo dosi sheba dentesku mostovi gite yavach, piktarishan. Bram tavat soju. Da come jusmak miki baranye doso so rika chondin, wana magrable mogo. Yatuka wan rika chotin wani maurata wakata chiluma lispa. Kavadumpa mo wendido chokerembi norta kunyun wish chawakachuba. Sura Dachi Morotuko Kansa.
Někdo další nás chce zkusit sejmout? Dobře, máme plus 1 vízum.
Greetings, Master. Sir.
General, we have found them again.
Have we, Tobin? Or is this a preface to another of your failures? Consider the whole field, Tobin. Why would a Jedi risk all of this just to come to Isis?
The crew of the Ebon Hawk is elusive, General. We were warned about that, but we still underestimated them. But the fools are here, in Isis. The intel on this is certain. I'm ordering men loyal to us to take care of them now.
I think I have an idea. Hold that order. Have him watched instead. The Jedi may prove a solution to another one of our persistent problems.
I won't remain silent any longer. The Republic has actively attacked us. They attack our spaceships unprovoked. What next? An invasion? Perhaps they seek to conquer us. Will you stand idly by? Will you let them bomb our city? No! If Queen Talia is so removed that she won't do what the people so clearly want, then we must show her. With force!
That's it, Ponlar. We're taking you in. You've gone too far.
Brothers and sisters, let us rise up now and march to the palace. Our will cannot be denied. Sacrifices are inevitable, but it is the price of change. The time of patience is over. Let's show them our resolve with force.
He's right! Get arms! Kill the Royalists! They're arming. We need backup. We could use your assistance. Try to disable them. If the mob grows, many more will die. Thank you, Offworlder. We may have to hold them off alone until backup arrives.
Let's just hope we can contain this before it gets out of hand.
Kill the Royalists!
To bylo rychlý.
Back again, Offworlder? I'm sure you have a starport visa. If I were you, I'd leave before too many more beast cages are stacked in the streets. We certainly do. He and several other people were picked up in connection to a murder. Captain Sulio. She was in charge of the starport checkpoint. A good soldier. Your friend was one of the last people that saw her alive. So far, he's just a suspect. But if he did it, the punishment is death.
Dagon Gent is the only person I know with the contacts to help us out. We need to get Dagon out of custody.
Until we either eliminate him as a suspect or find the real killer. Dagon has quite a record with the authorities. The Colonel thinks that murder isn't too far a stretch for someone like him. No way. We're under orders to make sure no one sees the murder suspects. Command is taking this very seriously. I know Dagon personally. He's one of the worst doctors I've ever heard of. But I can't see him deliberately killing someone. He was one of the last people seen with Captain Sulio in the cantina. Ask around there. I've heard he's got a good motive for killing her. If you can somehow clear that up and prove it wasn't him, Command will cut him loose. If I say any more, I'll get in trouble. Stay out of trouble.
I'm quite busy right now. Perhaps later we could talk.
I told you before, off.
Pardon, omlouvám se.
Greetings, Master. 1B8.
Heard of any good finds? Heard of any good finds?
Have any work that needs to be done?
Tonoranda manakaran. Tonor. Look, in Wamagro.
Tu, Nita ma... Kawana bota yutatanga kinamatura. Tayay. Dahupa bosa kurata goju. Kavadumpa muns mulibrawa iberendia. Tu ni. Tawancha morichiwa. Dahup. Mungachinor ta imbrei wanachiki. Drumba bamwa. Kontichan munka. Kavadumpa
Spárování.
Kawana bota yuntatanga kinamatura. Tayaita ta bosananansata. Dahupa bosa kurata go jujutu yoke. Hiata yamba waji. Mungachinor ta imbrei wanachiki. Drumba ba. Dahupa bosa kurata. Dovrei.
This room is Huh. If you ask me, she got what she... I know. She's a...
Do you have a visa? I really can't be any help with that. Let's just...
Good to see you again. What do you... Dagon? Because... It's... I was... We were... I only wish there was some...
Assuming we get Dagon.
I don't particularly...
Oronos marana.
Nunchka wanasicho ranabamangakan. Tanto todos, tumukarata. Mayranganarot. Minsukray masukun batungala. Mayrontono junsara garoto. Minsu. Minsukray masukun batungala. Mayrontono junsara garoto. Krotono ranga manatandi goroto. Mopito na wala si Jin si wano bosh. Aramontok tumukara chokorak. Grun kanawana machinito rabanaka. Tanto todos tumukarata. Mayranganoroto.
That bit of information will help with clearing Dagon. But the Onderon military won't let him off that easy. Maybe someone in here will know more about what...
Minsukray masukun batungala. Mayrontono junsara garoto. Minsukun rakawata.
Welcome back. Foul business, that is. Like most nights, I was cleaning up stakes from a particularly rewarding Pizat game when I heard a loud sound outside. I grabbed... She was quite dead. Blood was everywhere. I heard a noise and saw Dagon Gent coming from his office across the courtyard. We both waited for the authorities to get there. The next day, they picked up Dagon and several other people in the area. It's crazy to think he did it. Sulio was our friend. Just outside the door by the junk heap.
It might be a good idea to look at the crime scene. We fought many soldiers in the Mandalorian Wars. The Onderonians were certainly brave.
Know him. He's probably my best friend on this planet.
Tak se jdem podívat na místo činu. Hola hej, jen nehrej. Místo činu zde. Ano, tady ten rozbitý droid.
Nobody we talked with mentioned a droid. This droid was destroyed recently.
Sem, tam a sem.
Krotono ranga manatandi. Bosonchin. Minsukray masukun batungala. Mayrontono junsara garoto. Minsukun rakawata. Poendo. Minsukray masukun batungala. Mayrontono junsara garoto. Minsukun rakawata. Poendo. Krotono ranga manatandi garoto. Mopito na wana si Jin si wano bosh.
Nico, kamaráde.
Welcome back. My... Foul... That would be Bohema's SOD-2. No, SOD-3. Or is it 2?
Whichever one it was, he keeps losing them. I remember when I arrived, it was still smoldering. Who knows? Sometimes the slum dwellers shoot his serving droids for fun. This part of the quarter is getting more and more lawless, I'm afraid. When Dagon and I were waiting for the soldiers, we had to chase off some scavengers that were stripping SOD-3. No, I'm afraid there was quite a crowd growing. We were seeing if there was any way we could help Sulio. There was nothing we could do, of course. She was dead.
Good to see you again. What? Dick. We were...
Assuming we get...
Do you have a visa yet? Let's...
Tu, Nitsaman! Tawancha mori. Da hupa, bo sakurata, go jujutu yoki. Hia hunta chiwita inka. Tawancha mori chiwa, mufalawa ni bobo wi. Ichawa te crossi wisho toda así. E creo.
Now, what did you order? I'll just guess.
KOTOR. Bosom. In Ukraine.
Ještě tady to hlubečka
This
jednou.
room is reserved. Huh. That Bith keeps buying droids, and the scavengers keep stealing them or blowing them up. Seems he's finally given up. The waitress is awful, but she's more fun than his droids ever were. I wouldn't tell you even if I knew. I could tell you where you could find the parts, though. That western square has the perfect fence for droid parts. There's a droid vendor called 1B8D. That droid is as dumb as a Gamorrean. He'll buy anything because he's too stupid to do anything else. 1B8D is quite handy. Quite a few of the slum dwellers make a good living salvaging droid parts for him. You might have even bought some.
Konečně ta informace, která nás tam posune. Tak jdeme. 9 hodin. Pojďme, rychle, rychle.
Greetings, Master. Do you have any interest in my goods? Entity Bahima unknown. I have many serving droid parts. The market rate for those parts would be 25 credits. Thank you for your...
Kif in the cantina can probably...
Jistě. Kipé. Neměl bys být náhodou, bráchu, byste byli bratři kipové. Nějakou dobu byste sice seděli v lapáku, ale váš vynález by vás z něho nakonec přece jenom dostal.
Tu nic mancha yuma. Da wancha da hupa go sakurata go juju toyoke hiata yamba wajiake yukito tune. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatora. Tayaita ta bosananansata.
Hello there. What is this? Oh my, she's dead.
Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatora. Tayaita ta bosananansata.
Jdeme na to. Jak husto tady.
Back again, Off-Worlder? I'm sure you have a starport V. Actually, I wasn't telling you. Ask around, though. There. Stay out of...
To byl kaneky, neříkám, pane bože. Maličký zádrhel. Tak když to čtení děláme jenom tak jako přečetl jsem to. A neposloucháš, co ti lidi kolem říkají, že? No, proč taky?
Welcome back. My foul bit. If it'll help Dagon, you got it. There's no way that Dagon could have done it. I saw him coming from his office. That's the opposite direction of the marketplace.
Tak, už je to tu.
Nico, is it? And the Off-Worlder. What brings the two of you here? That's a bold statement. I assume you have some sort of proof.
It's a long story, so bear with me, Captain. The night of the murder, I was playing Pazak. It was a prosperous night.
That should do it. We still don't know who killed Sulio, but this will greatly assist our investigation.
You have been ordered off this investigation, Captain. I hope you can explain yourself.
I had nothing to do with this, sir. This citizen found information about Captain Sulio's murder. It's material to the investigation.
We've already got our man. Sulio and this Gent were fighting the night she was murdered. He had ample motive. Have you read the report? Some of the things Sulio called him were vile. Sulio and Dagon clearly hated each other. Why, you little... Friends would not carry on in such a manner.
It's absolutely true, Major. I was a friend of both of them. They've done this dozens of times. Bahima the bartender can confirm it, as well as half a dozen other people. They were an odd pair, but they certainly didn't hate each other.
I see. Well, there's still the fact that he was right there at the scene of the crime. The only thing that matters to me is that he was within blaster range when Solio was killed, and he did not have an alibi. You have a recording? And I'm sure you're just misinterpreting it.
I've seen it myself, Major. Nico isn't the only one that spotted Dagon coming from his office. It really can't be Dagon Gent. The real killer is still loose.
Very well, Captain. Set Gent free, then. But if later it turns out that he did do it, it's gonna be on your head.
The men will be working on getting Dagon Gent out right away. The Major sure isn't happy. You're quite a team. Together, you got the Major to back down. That's no small feat.
The investigation has been handled at the highest levels. I've heard there's been some concern about that.
With Dagon free, I don't know if the investigation team will find another suspect.
They haven't been as diligent as other investigators.
I'm not gonna say any more. Probably said too much already. If you head over to Dagon Gent's office, some men will bring him there shortly. Thanks for clearing this whole thing up. I could tell the justice wasn't being served, but we all have our orders. We really need to patrol that sector better.
Thanks for getting me out of there. As detention cells go, it had definite class, but I prefer being out on my own all the same. I owe you and Mandalore one. Yeah, it was. Although it looked pretty much like this to begin with. Little dirt never killed anyone. Well, maybe a few people. But they didn't pay too well, so they got what they deserve. I give my customers a menu of options. If they go for the deluxe, I'll clean up the place and put on a new smock. Otherwise, they knew the risks. Patients, customers, idiotic hut spawn, call them what you like. Most doctors tell you that they get into the business to save lives. Most of them are flaming liars. At least I'll tell you the truth. I'm in it for the credits. Like what? Not many people can help you out with that. There've been several assassination attempts on Queen Talia. That place is a lot tighter than a hut's fault. I know a few people, though. Who do you need to get in touch with? Nobody knows for sure, but everybody thinks that General Vaku has to have something to do with it. They're keeping the attempts quiet, but that place is locked down tight. A Jedi Master, you say? Now that is interesting. It's quite a bounty on Jedi these days. Not that I'm looking to collect, but if there's a Master there, I think I know who it is. I'm not certain, otherwise I'd tell you. But the man I'm thinking about is smart, likes to stay in the shadows, and is cryptic as hell. If he isn't a Jedi Master, he should become one. There's a slight problem with that. I know you don't want to hear that since you went through all the effort of springing me out. The thing is, scavengers have already looted most of my stuff. Most of it's garbage anyway, so I don't care too much. But I did have a couple of encrypted holodisks that they nabbed. So here's the punchline. I need those disks because they have some contact information on them. People I know you don't just walk up and chat with. There's a procedure, and that holodisk has the procedure. The Kells gang pretty much owns this street. From what I hear, she's the one that cleaned me out. She's in the local cantina most days. She's tough as Drexel leather and more dangerous than an angry Wookiee. You take Mandalore with you, though, you should be just fine. Just get me the encrypted holodisk. After that, if there is a Jedi Master in the palace, I'll get you a meeting with him.
Okay. Bla 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 bla. Bla 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 bla. Keci v pleci. Tak. Uložíme to. No a pro dnešek to zapíchnem. Lehce jsme přetáhli, než jsem měl plán, ale tak to se dá nic dělat. Takže krásný zbytek večera, dobře se bavte, dobrou noc a zatím nazdar.